My name is Kathleen Tatro. I am a tennis coach with the Middletown Special Olympics team, and I'm here today to show you some little tennis drills that you can do all on your own. And even though I'm at a tennis court, because I've got plenty of distance around me, you should make sure that you're safe. These are drills that you can do all by yourself at home. All right? So we're going to start off with just some simple stretching because it's always really important to make sure that you're feeling really stretched and loose before you do any sort of physical activity. So for tennis, I'm going to show you some of my favorite stretches. And all of these stretches at home, you should hold for at least 10 seconds. You want to make sure you get a really good stretch. So because tennis uses a lot of the upper body, let's start with some twists. I'd say do about 10 twists. Back and forth. And I really like to reach up to the sky, reach as high as I can, even get on my tiptoes if I have to. And then I like to put one hand on my hip and reach all the way over like you're a tea kettle pouring out tea. Hold that for 10 seconds. And then we're gonna switch over to the other side and you're gonna pour out that tea on the other side. This is really good for your arms, your sides, your back. All right? Then it's a really good idea to hold your elbow. So you take your opposite hand, grab your elbow, and you're gonna just gently pull your arm across your body. Okay, and hold that for 10 seconds. All right? Once you've counted to 10, shake it out. And do the other side for 10 seconds. All right? Then what I really like to do is put my arm up so my elbow's straight up to the sky. Take my other hand and I grab my elbow and I push it back. Okay, and then when you're done there, 10 seconds. Take your other elbow straight up to the sky and you're gonna hold it and you're gonna stretch for 10 seconds, okay? All right, so you can pause the video, take your time with all those stretches. It's really important. All right, and once you have, put your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and we're gonna go straight forward, and if you can, put your hands on the ground in front of you, okay? And then we're gonna have you lean to one side, hold that leg, 10 seconds, and the other side, hold your foot for 10 seconds. Not everyone can touch their toes, that's okay, just do what you can do. All right, and safely, now what I'm gonna say is sometimes it's good to hold on to something. So if you need something to hold on to, you can. Grab your foot, hold that quad up there for 10 seconds, and then we're gonna do the other side. All right, then what I always tell my team, let's do 10 jumping jacks together. Let's get that blood pumping, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and if you're feeling really ambitious, which we all are, it's good to get that blood pumping. We're gonna do some squats. This is really good to be in that ready tennis position. So you put your arms straight out in front of you. Feet are gonna be about your hip distance apart. And you're gonna squat just like you're sitting in a chair. And you're gonna feel that burn. You're gonna feel it and you're gonna wanna stop, but you're gonna keep going because we're all pushing ourselves. As long as you're feeling safe. Don't want to hurt ourselves. All right, once you've done 10 of those, shake it out. Make sure you feel nice and loose. Do whatever else you need to do to feel warmed up before you start your tennis activities, okay? Okay, so we are going to get started with some tennis ball ups and downs, okay? So we're going to start off with some ups. Put that tennis ball on the top of your racket. So I'm left-handed. That's why I'm holding my racket in my left hand. Some of you are right-handed. Make sure you're shaking hands with that racket. Get a nice good grip, shake hands, and then twist your wrist so that your fingernails are pointing to the ground, okay? So you got a nice flat racket. I'm gonna put the tennis ball nice and flat, and just first try to see if you can hold it there. See if it can just stay steady and get some good control, okay? Then when you feel comfortable, imagine that your racket is making popcorn, okay? So nice and gentle, I'm gonna move my wrist nice and gentle, start getting that ball bouncing up. And I gotta really watch where the ball is going and try to keep it in one spot if I can. All right, and it's okay if your ball falls, just go pick it up and start again. Balanced on the racket, little tiny movements. I know a lot of times this is what I see. And then you gotta run and get it. That's because I moved my arm too much. Less is more, okay? So just tiny, tiny. Look at how, I'm not even moving my wrist that much. Just tiny little movements, watching the ball, okay? And then, when you feel like you've got that down, we're gonna bounce the ball with our racket. We're gonna pretend, some of you if you play basketball, we're gonna pretend that our racket is like our hand when you dribble the basketball with your hand. Get a nice good grip on your racket, fingernails pointing down, and you're gonna dribble that ball with your racket. Remember, I'm pretending that my hand is the racket. I'm pushing the ball down nice and gentle. Sometimes people wanna really hit it, but then it's really hard to keep going. So nice and gentle. See how many of those you can do in a row. And then, if you're feeling really ambitious, what you can do is one up, one down, one up, one down, one up, one down. See how many of those you can do. So I'm bouncing it once on top of my racket, letting it hit the ground, and then I'm hitting it once it hits the ground and doing a little dribble. So see how many of those you can do. It's a really great tennis drill to get some ball control. All right, so what's really important in tennis, I talk to my team a lot about this, is moving your feet and getting your body in the right position. So we don't even need a ball for this drill. All we need is our racket and our bodies. So what we're gonna start off with is ready position. So when you are ready, you are looking mean and ready to go on that tennis court. So I'm gonna put my feet a little bit wider than my hips, and I'm gonna bend my knees, all right? Then I'm gonna take my racket, and again, I'm left-handed, so I'm gonna hold it in my left hand, I'm gonna bring it to the middle, and put my other hand on top, okay? If you're right-handed, you're gonna have your right hand at the middle to the bottom of the racket. You're gonna bring that in and put your other hand on top. So either way, we meet in the middle. Here we are, and we're gonna start swaying side to side. This shows that we're ready for the ball. So if the ball comes this way, I'm ready for a forehand. And if the ball comes over here, I'm ready for a backhand. Or if I'm right-handed and the ball comes here, I'm ready for a forehand. And if it comes here, I'm ready for a backhand, okay? So one of the things that I like to do, just move my feet, I'm in ready position, and then I like to pretend that I see a ball coming to my forehand and then my backhand, because if your body starts to get used to that motion, then when the ball comes, it's just gonna be icing on the cake. Your body's gonna be in the right spot, and you're gonna be ready to hit that ball back. So, I'm gonna take my hand, get in ready position. All right, ready position, moving my feet. I'm ready, I'm ready. Now I'm gonna do my forehand. So everybody with me, do your forehand. If you're left-handed, you're gonna turn to the side and you're gonna pivot and put your opposite foot a little bit in front of your back foot. So watch again. Ready? I'm ready for a forehand. And I get that racket back and low. All right? If I'm right-handed, I'm over here. My left foot comes across my body and my racket is back and low. All right? Left-handed. Left-handed forehand. Left-handed forehand. Right-handed forehand. Right-handed forehand. Ready for the ball. Right-handed forehand, all right? So that's a good motion. You can rewind the video if you want to keep practicing those motions, all right? Then let's do the same thing. We're gonna get ready for our backhand. So my backhand's over here. Backhand, I've got two hands on that racket. My left hand is on the bottom, and my right hand's on top. You see my my foot came across my body. Backhand. I'm ready. Backhand. All right, if I'm right-handed, I got my right hand on the bottom of my racket, left hand on top, and I get ready. Backhand. Get that racket nice and low, because when we swing, we're gonna go low to high. All right, so these are really great drills. Remember, ready position, move your feet, forehand, backhand. Good luck. Okay, this is another drill where you don't need a ball, okay? We're working on our footwork. All you need to do is clear any balls out of your way and find some space where you have a square around you, all right? So we're just looking for a square. I'm using this line with the net, this line here, that line, and that line. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my racket up in front of me. Remember, we just did ready position, and I'm gonna work on my footwork at the net. It's good to have music when you're playing too. All right, get those feet ready, and we're gonna side step along the net. And if you can put a little pep in your step. When you go and you side shuffle a couple feet, hold that racket up in front of you, and safely make sure there's nothing behind you. Back pedal. Back to the back line. When you get there, get in your ready position again. We're gonna side step. And then, as fast as we can, we're gonna run up to the net and get in ready position. So I'm gonna show you all that in fast forward, and you should do that 5 times. Ready? Here we go. The last drill that we're going to do, you need your racket and a ball. And you need to find a target. So you might be outside, you might be able to put some tape in a square on the wall. You might be able to find a bucket that you can put in front of you. Just find something that you can really focus on and try to hit with the tennis ball. I picked this little piece of paper on the fence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my forehand and try to hit the paper as many times as I can. I'm not going to do it every time, but that's why we're practicing. That was cool. Maybe I'll try to do that again. That was fun. All right, so we're going to drop the ball in front of us. So hold that ball out a little bit. Get our racket back. Oh, got it. All right, as many times as you need to do. What's important is that you're moving your feet